Hello, Chris Godinez, licensed professional counselor, also the host of We Need to Talk on every Sunday at noon, and then I post these videos up to Facebook when I have the chance. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. The views and opinions stated herein are mine and mine alone. They do not represent the ACA, the APA, or any other therapist for that matter. Boom shakalaka done. I'd like to thank my sponsor, BetterHelp, BetterHelp, BetterHelp.com/Chris Godinez. They're an online therapy company. They are international. They have over 40,000 therapists working for them. They are master's level or PhD level. So thank you, BetterHelp.com/Chris Godinez. Okay, so couple of housekeeping things. Apparently we had the wrong date for York on the website. So if you go to chrisgodinez.com, it is actually August 4th, not the 5th, which is a Monday. So August 4th, which is a Sunday from 2 to 4. So if you want to go see me in York, I will be in York August 4th from 2 to 4. I'm also going to be in Washington, D.C. on the... Lord, where am I going to be? What day is it? What time is it? Why am I here? What's the meaning of life? Dear Lord, hold on. Let me find out where I'm going. Okay, hold on. All right. And we fixed it on the appearances thing. So Washington, D.C. is July 20th. York, Pennsylvania is August 4th. Philadelphia is August 10th. And Nashville is August 17th. So I will hopefully see you guys there. I apologize for the snafu in dates. It's been kind of a crazy summer. So anyway, there that is. Okay, let's dive into the question. All right, how do you protect yourself against parental alienation? If I'm being blamed, it's not true. The 18-year-old son is in no contact. How to deal with false claims of parental alienation. So it's hard, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. For one thing, the narcissist will play the victim, okay? Nowhere ever in the narcissist story are they ever the villain, okay? So they're either the hero or the victim, okay? Trying to undo parental alienation is difficult, but not impossible. And my recommendation would be to get a good therapist, family reunification therapist, to help with that. Now, if it's an 18-year-old child that we're talking about, that child is now legally an adult. And if they don't want to talk to you, they don't have to. And I wouldn't force it. Even if they're a minor, I wouldn't force it. So what I often tell people is if the narcissist has, quote unquote, won and has accused you of all sorts of horrible things and turned the kids against you, and you're the bad guy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, you could try to stay in touch with the kids. A lot of times the narcissist makes it so that you can't because they've poisoned the kids against you. You could, and this is what I suggest to parents that have been they've been poisoned completely. The kids don't want anything to do with them. They want nothing to, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I encourage them to write letters to them. And then when they turn 18, give them the letters. If you can. If the child is still living with the narcissist, then don't do it until they are independent and out and can read it without being interfered with from the narcissist. So that's one way to do it. Now, if you're being accused of parental alienation and you have not, there's not a lot you can do. Again, you could write letters. You could get a therapist. You could ask if they'd be willing to go to therapy, reunification, that kind of thing. But it's a sticky wicket. And I'm concerned because I've seen narcissists claim to be the one that was accused of parental alienation or claim to be the one alienated and use the court system or use the therapy system to force the kids into a relationship with them so that they could continue to try to poison the kids against the other parent. And unfortunately, guys, I'm so angry because I've heard from lots of people about really bad therapists that do not understand narcissistic abuse, that do not understand how devious and what's the word I'm looking for? Devious is a good word. That narcissists can be in that they flip the script, they become the victim, they use the system, they pick therapists that are new to therapy, haven't really studied personality disorders, haven't really, read up on what a narcissist does, and they manipulate the situation. So it's just, and then the kids are sitting there going, I don't want to go over to mom or dad's house because of XYZ. But then the narcissist pushes it, and oh, that's just your mother, that's just your father turning you against me, and you need to be in a relationship with me. Or worse, what I've seen happen is that the therapist, not understanding what the heck's going on, there will be a session for the kid, and the narcissist will march in and take it over and just talk the whole time and not allow the child a word in edgewise. Or they'll take over the session. It'll be, all about them, obviously, because they're a narcissist. And then the kid gets no therapy. That's intentional. That is totally intentional. Or what I've seen them do is they'll march in and they'll demand to know everything that the child is saying. Can I tell you how dangerous that is? When you're dealing with a narcissistic parent who is abusive, who's manipulative, who's a gaslighter, who is rewriting history, who is bent on using that kid as a pawn to hurt the ex because they're so pissed that they got away from them, that is so dangerous. And I get so angry at therapists that are like, well, they're a minor, I have to tell them. No, you don't. You need to tell them if they're a danger to themselves or a danger to others, and you let them know that at the beginning of the sessions. Look, I'm not going to tell you everything. If they're a danger to themselves or they're a danger to others, I will let you know. But other than that, there needs to be confidentiality so that they are able to open up. And I can guarantee you the narcissist is going to not want that therapist. So, but a therapist who does tell the narcissist everything is setting that kid up for more abuse. Let me be clear. Because as soon as the therapist goes, well, there's some issues with your relationship, when you do X, Y, and Z, that narcissist is going to take that kid home. Why did you say that? Why did you do that? Why did you tell that therapist that? That's what they do, guys. That's why I'm saying narcissists in therapy don't go to family therapy with a narcissist. Don't go to couples therapy with an abuser, with a narcissist, because what they'll do is they'll take whatever you have said, and this includes the kids, in therapy, and then they will punish the kids for having spoken the truth. And then they'll find another therapist. Guarantee it. I can guarantee as soon as they realize that the therapist is on to them, oh, that therapist is incompetent, they don't know what they're doing, da-da-da-da-da-da, they'll fire them, and they'll find somebody who doesn't know they're a hole from a hole in the ground. So parental abuse, parental abuse, yeah, well, it sucks. Personal experience, it sucks. But parental alienation is a sticky wicket because abusers will do the parental alienation and then accuse the other parent of being the alienator. So how do you protect yourself? Open line of communication with the kids. Do not be afraid to talk to them. Now, you can't come straight out and be like, hey, mom or dad is narcissistic, but you can do contrast and compare. Look at this behavior versus healthy behavior. Look at this behavior versus what they're doing. What do you see the difference? Here's what I'm doing. Here's what they're doing. You can point out the behavior. You just can't label it, which is just so stupid. But anyway, there it is. There's not much you can do to protect yourself from it. All you can do is keep a good open line of communication with the kids and keep trying. I think that's the big thing. And a lot of times parents give up because they're so hurt. And that's what the narcissist wants, guys. That's absolutely what they want. Now, once the child becomes an adult, and if they say, stop, I don't want any contact with you, okay, door's open. It's not, or it's shut, but it's not locked. So if you ever want to see me or talk to me, I'm here. And that's all you can do. And it sucks. It sucks. I think of all the things that I've seen narcissists do, I think that is the most diabolical, because they know if you've got a normal, healthy parent, right, or a relatively normal, healthy parent, they love their kids. They do. They love their kids. They want to spend time with them. They like them. They like being around them. They enjoy their company, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So a narcissist knows that, and they want to destroy the spouse that leaves them. Male or female, doesn't matter. They want to destroy the spouse. And so they use the kids as pawns in their sick little game of chess. And in their mind, if they can make the kids hate the other person, they've won. And that may work. It does in some cases. In some cases, the kids are so brainwashed and they don't have a healthy outlet and they have no outside person to talk to that they do get brainwashed and they don't ever regain that relationship with the healthier parent. But in some cases, thank God, I have seen where the kids grow up and they get away from the abuser and they experience life and they start going, oh, ooh, and then they reach out to the other parent. I can't guarantee that that'll happen. I can't guarantee that it won't happen. It's just that, it's a crapshoot. And it can backfire. The BS can backfire on the abuser, which is good, because I've also seen the ones that eventually reach out to the spouse that was alienated from the kids, that they have gone no contact with the abuser, realizing what was going on. So, yeah. So there's not much you can do except keep the line of communication open. If the relationship is dead in the water, you can write letters to them, but don't send them unless and until they are away from the abuser. And if they're an adult and they've said, please don't contact me, don't contact them, guys. Don't. Because they're an adult. They've asked you not to contact them. You can send one final text saying, okay, but the door is not locked. If you ever want to talk to me, I'm open. And leave it at that. And it sucks, and you're going to grieve, and you're going to grieve the loss of your kids. And again, it's like grieving the loss of somebody that's still alive, which is, I think, one of the hardest griefs we can do. So I hope that answered the question. There's really not much you can do. I mean, you could ask them to go to therapy with you, but, if they don't want to go, they don't want to go, so that sucks. And this is why I despise narcissistic abusers, because they damage everybody around them in order to be right and in order to win. And it's a no-win situation. They think they're winning, but they're not. They're not. And all they're doing is damaging the next generation and setting the next generation up to date another narcissist. So don't get me started. Anyway, that's that. So York, Pennsylvania is on the 4th, not the 5th. Please go to chrisgodinez.com and sign up. I'm sorry the wrong date was on there. I didn't even realize it. I think somebody pointed it out to me, but I had been so busy I hadn't had a chance to go back and fix it. Whoops. Sorry. Anyway, there is that. All right. Next week, am I doing a show next week? No, there is no show next Sunday. I am going to be taking a week off because I need a break. So that is what I'm going to be doing. All right, you guys have a great week, and I will talk to you in 2 weeks. All right, talk to you later. Bye.